What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Thor Media podcast. I'm your host, Saad from DTM Made Simple, and today I have something special for you all. So I'm pretty much done doing the whole rinseless wash on my vehicle, and this isn't really a rinseless wash video. This is why you see me all set up the way I am at the moment. And I thought it was pressing record to begin with, so I did a little bit of chatter as I was doing the rinseless wash, but you know, I come back over. I'm like, let me reset for this part, and I was never recording. So here we are. Pretty much this video is about microfiber towels, and pretty much the House of Rags did send me pretty much everything in their arsenal, not necessarily to review or anything. They just send it to me, and from here on out, I will be doing a quick demonstration and review of how I like to use the towels. I know the House of Rags make each specific type of towel for its optimal uses, but sometimes you'll find ways to interchange them in certain applications. So I am not going to break down every single towel in this video. I will just focus on today the drying part, because they do have the waffle drying towel now. Obviously the Diva rinseless that I've been using a very long time. This is just their new one, the big magenta one, and also the 3-pack, which you guys seen a couple of videos back. But I will break them down and what I find them to be the most useful for me. So at the moment, I do have this Franco stick shift here, so that is what is helping me hold this towel up. And let's get started. So in terms, I will just reapply a bit of rinseless over here on this side of the vehicle, maybe on the other half, because as I said, I finished doing the entire rinseless wash on my car. So in terms of chatter-wise, what I was breaking down is I'm avoiding the wheels and tires. I'm still doing my wheel and tire tier list, so it'll probably be a mixture in there, as well as just I'm waiting for my tires to get a lot more dirtier, which they are going to get really dirty today. And this will also help me out do a video on, say, the waffle drying towel that the House of Rags has. And you don't need to be like, hey, have you been testing this drying towel for over, 6 weeks? It's just a towel, right? I look at a towel as an expense, as a workhorse, kind of like my polishing pads, right? They'll last a certain amount of washes, a certain amount of things. And yeah, that is how I view the towels. In terms of drying, I will give you my opinions on certain things, on certain towels, once I get into it, which other towels that in particular, sometimes you have to do something beforehand before you use it. So I'll get into that on another video once we get to that towel. So first off, how would I use the Diva rinseless towel? Well, the Diva rinseless dryer towel, this hot pink one, I really like this color. This is my wife's favorite color, so she's going to be using this a bunch. It comes in this nice, obviously, package, 70-30 blend, premium Korea-made towels. And how would I use the dryer towel? So typically when I do have big towels, I like to, pair them up with a smaller towel. In terms of the Diva rinseless, why did the House of Rags, this is why I said the House of Rags made some towels in particular for pretty much everyone, right? And not everyone likes the same towels. People like the goat towels. I enjoy the goat. Do I enjoy it to use it every day? Sometimes not, especially if you have multiple vehicles. It's kind of hard to get them in the wash real quick and dry, because they take much longer to dry than, say, a Diva rinseless or a waffle towel. So I will get into those applications in a bit. And yeah, so here I have Tim's detail spray. And how do I like to use my big one sheet of drying towel? Yes, it soaks up a lot of water, but I like to be optimal, right? I like to optimize my thing. So I grab the baby goat. So the baby goat ends up being kind of my squeegee towel. And then the big towel ends up being almost kind of like my final buff off. Or you could do either or, right? You can interchange it. It doesn't matter. This could be like your main squeegee, and then that could be your final buff if you want to. So I'll give a demonstration at the moment. In terms of how the towel feels, let me bring you in close. This towel feels super, super soft. Just feels super soft. Got just rubbing on my skin right there. It just feels very, very soft. I like the suede. This new suede edge is way better than their V1s. That's for sure. But yes, it is nice, soft, and of course, get this big size. So as I stated before, this can be your main squeegee towel if you want. So I'm just spraying a bit of Tim's High Gloss Detail Spray. This is what I've been using because it has zero protection, zero anything. It's just a detail spray that, you know, if it has any protection, it lasts maybe like a couple of days or so. You're just gonna grab your towel, and you could do this in two methods, right? You can either tap this like this, drag it across, bam, bam. Look at that. Yes, my vehicle is ceramic coated. Yes, if you have a vehicle that's ceramic coated, less water, it will suck up water easily. That is something that is just objectively true. So if you watch a lot of videos of people like somehow drying a car with one towel, one swipe, streak free, well, that is practically the reason why. And that is me being honest with all of you. So that is done. Look how dry it is. So as I said, that is my pickup towel. And then from here is perfectly clean. The green baby goat is my squeegee towel. And rinse and repeat. So this is a rinseless wash, and just to show you all as well, I will add more rinseless on this side just because to keep things wet, add more. Everything is already clean on this side, so I'm not really worried. I'm just drenching this panel in rinseless. Same thing right over here. Squeeze some of this water out the sponge. And right up over here as well. And we are going to dry this whole section as well. Yes, it is a brand new towel. If you want your towels to perform the best, try not to use any type of, and this is mainly like your drying towels, or even just your, say your final level towels or Freebird towels when you're using a detail spray. You don't want to use really any protection. And if you do, dunk it inside the rinseless right away. Wash it with you know, microfiber wash, and that's it. Like, that's all you have to do in order to keep your towels fully clean. So same thing, going to just spray all of this down, because like I said, I already cleaned this whole vehicle. And this is what I'm doing, just detail spray, bam, 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 just like that. And same thing, this is going to be my squeegee towel. And if you have a big towel like this, over time, yes, one side will get saturated. And this is why I said I like to use the baby goat as my buff off, because all I have to do is this. Look, just quick. Look how quick I'm drying up. This is picking up all the water. Super easy. Bam. Bam. As I said, this already cleaned it off camera, so that is it. Then you just grab the baby goat. This is how I like to do things in particular. And it is my buff off towel. And you could go quick, right? I'm not doing any pressure. I'm just folding it as it goes. Feels nice and slick with the detail spray. And flip this over, flip this around. So the door handles. And I dried this entire side. And how long? Like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Whole half of the car is dry. Let me bring you all in, just so you all can see. Now, how much can the Diva rinseless dry? Can it dry a whole vehicle? I'm sure it can. Obviously, there are levels to certain things, right? Like, I don't see the Diva rinseless drying, or the Diva towel drying a whole, you know, Ford F-150 with just one towel and it's soaked with water. And even though it's coated, I don't see it drying completely. Now, up to a mid-size SUV, I could see it drying a whole mid-size SUV. A sedan, yes, you can dry a whole sedan with a Diva. Because when I had the Diva V1s, they dried perfectly fine on my Civic when I had it. So that is what I have here. I'm not going to dry the whole vehicle now. This is the way I will optimally use it. Now, in terms of caring for your drying towels, and I will repeat this in every single video just because certain people want a review on certain stuff. So what are the pros of the Diva rinseless towel? And I will let you know the pros. Pro is, number one, is lightweight. I like this V2 version because they gave you a bigger towel, so it's almost the size of the greatest of all time, and it is super light, right? It is, I like this stuff. That is pro. That's pro number one. Pro number two, it is easier to dry, of course, than the greatest of all time towel. Now, the GOAT towel, you do have to realize it is higher GSM, and yes, you can easily dry a Ford F-150 with that, with just one towel. And so you got to keep things in perspective here. But this is why I like the Diva rinseless. If I have multiple vehicles and say I'm working outside, I could just leave this right here in the sun, right? The car is clean, the towel is clean. I'm not using any ceramic protection. Say I'm just using a regular detail spray and I'm working on multiple vehicles. I just leave that hanging right there. It's in the sun. It will dry up super quick and ready for my next job. That is pro number two. Pro number three is, I already said it's already lightweight. And pro number three is obviously it is nice, soft, supple, Korean made. And one thing, I haven't used this yet, but once I wash this, I'll let you know how well it holds up. But in terms of the V2 versions of the 3-pack, which I've used before on the other one, the purple one, the suede borders haven't frayed at all yet, and I've used that plenty of times. Let me see if I could bring this, grab this right over here. Yep, look, you could tell it's been washed a bunch of times already too, because some of the fibers are like slightly, but this is the 3-pack. Look at the suede borders. This is the V2. This is after what, 10 washes, 11 washes just on that. And I'll show you the V1. This is how the suede borders were on the V1. See, different quality, not the same. Even the twist loops feel a little bit off. And this is the same equivalent, like 10, 11 washes. After 10, 11 washes, we just stopped using this on the paint. We ended up just using it on the wheels. So definitely a better build quality towel overall. So yeah, that is all I got. If you want to use a Diva rinseless, again, lightweight, easier to dry. You can use this as your squeegee, then follow up with your small rinseless Diva rinseless towel. Do whatever you want, or your baby goat, and just dry away. There is no right or wrong on which drying towel you want. It's just one either holds more water or it's heavier. This one is lighter, bigger, but holds less water. And traditionally use a buff all towel if you're using a detail spray regardless. So if you like this type of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All the products you could get at the House of Rags, just use code DMS at checkout. If you want to support me, you save 10% and it supports me. So that is literally it. I'm not trying to sell you anything. These are just drying towels, right? Like that's it. You don't have to use a bunch of drying towels. You see it work for itself. My car is coated. Any vehicle that is coated, it will do an amazing job. If it's not coated, just use a detail spray to help as a drying aid to absorb more water into the towel. That is it. So I will see you all on the next one. Peace.